Hello, class. So today we're going to be talking about chapter 14, leadership traits. And for our discussion this week, we're asked to discuss what are some of the most important traits of effective leadership. Um, so, personally speaking, I think that expert power and referent power are the two most important leadership traits when it comes to being an effective leader. Um, the first one being expert power because I feel like that as a leader, you have to have the knowledge and actually the capability of doing the job. A lot of times, there's a lot of leaders who I feel like lack at least in experience or even in knowledge when it comes to their field. So like an example, I always talk about the military, so I'll just use that. A lot of times you have a lot of leadership who they're placed in a position of power, but they don't really know a lot when it comes to actually being a leader, or they don't even know a lot in the field that they're supposed to be an expert at. Um, when you have leaders like that, I feel like it just pretty much it makes everyone below them kind of look at them a certain way, like not look down on them, but not look to them like as a leader pretty much. If you don't know what you're doing, I guess in your certain field, um, I feel like that matters, at least in my personal experience. Um, so yeah, that part, and then the second one that I thought was important for effective leadership was referent power. So for this, I mainly focus on the respect aspect of it. So I feel like respect is a huge part when it comes to leadership. Um, there's a lot of leaders who are put in power in these positions, but they're only being respected because of the title. So for an example, or another example being the military, you have these people placed in leadership positions, but they're only being given the respect because of the actual title. Um, they're not being actually respected as a person. So I feel like as an effective leader, you have to have the actual respect of your subordinates, um, not just from the actual position, but actually gaining the respect. Kind of the charisma part would play as well. You have to get along with the people you're in charge of, and if you don't, then I feel like it affects that respect aspect as well. If you treat people badly, then they're not gonna respect you for who you are. They're only gonna respect your title. So I feel like that also is an important part. Um, Personally, just being in the military, I feel like that's a huge part. Um, is the respect part, and then also just being like disciplined. Um, but yeah, I feel like those two should be expert power, actually knowing what you're doing, and then a firm power, actually having other the respect other than the actual position, respect. But yeah, I feel like those two are the most important when it comes down to effective leadership. And yeah, thank you.